right, it's the Tuesday evening edition of Weather for Weather Geeks on the eve of the Canfield Fair, the largest county fair in the state of Ohio, and it's going to be pretty much wall-to-wall sunshine for the fair this year, with one exception. That is Thursday, which we will talk about in just a moment. But on this Tuesday evening, just a couple of residual stray showers moving across kind of the Route 30 corridor from about Minerva over towards Hanoverton. These can clip Salineville, Highlandtown, and maybe eventually East Liverpool as well. Everyone is kind of fair game to see a passing shower overnight tonight. But yes, it was another cool day today. Not quite as cool compared to the averages yesterday by 1 degree. We officially made it up to 70 at the airport today, but we should be at 80 here on the 26th day of August. So for the month, the high temperatures are running 1.4 degrees above the average, but that number is going to change because each day for the rest of the month, high temperatures should be below average. It'll be pretty close to the average by Sunday, with temperatures getting into the middle and upper 70s. So yeah, it was a cool one today. It was also largely dry, except for a couple of showers here and there. The airport has gotten nickeled and dimed a little bit over the last couple of days. 0.06 yesterday and 1/100th of an inch today, bringing our monthly total to a paltry 1.07 inches. That's almost 2 inches behind the average, and there's only one more chance for rain this month after we get through tonight. That's on Thursday. Even that, though, is not going to be much rain. Here's a look at where we stand in terms of not only the month, but the season and the year as a whole. For the season, meteorological summer, we're running 0.72, 3/4 of an inch basically below the average. That's the reason why we're not officially in a drought across the area, because the season began on a pretty wet note. The long-term trends have not been particularly dry, even though over the last 4 or 5 weeks it has been pretty dry. In fact, we're still running a surplus for the year to date at the airport, about a half an inch or so above the average in terms of total precipitation. That's rain and melted snow. All right, opening day of the Canfield Fair. The gates open at 8 a.m. For anybody heading to the fairgrounds early in the day, hoodie weather, upper 40s, lower 50s early in the day. But a fair amount of sunshine will warm those temperatures through the 60s during the midday hours, and we expect about 70, 71 on average. Hey, still below the average, of course, but very nice afternoon coming up to open the Canfield Fair. In our inaugural, or our first Penguin Game Day forecast of the season, YSU does open the season on a Thursday this year. It is Thursday evening against Mercyhurst, with a kickoff at the Ice Castle at 6 p.m. We've raised our rain chances in our forecast for the second half of the day Thursday, so I think there'll be at least a scattering of showers around kickoff on Thursday. Only a very small chance of lightning. Really not expecting much lightning and thunder at all with this activity. But in the meantime, we'll break down our modeling here for the next couple of days. Wednesday turns out to be a mostly sunny day. I think clouds will increase Thursday, and this run of our in-house model is, I think, a little bit too fast with the arrival of the showers. Taken literally, this model would say showers are pushing in already around noon, 1 o'clock. That's kind of an exception. Most of our modeling is a few hours slower than this. After about 3 or 4, I think that's our best chance of seeing some showers. And again, I just showed you the Penguin Game Day forecast. 4, 5, 6, 7 o'clock, pretty good chance of at least a handful of showers around. Maybe a shower lingering into the evening, but while Friday might start with some clouds, we'll have a bright second half of the day. But this cold front is kind of a reinforcing shot of pretty cool weather for the end of the week. We expect temperatures on Friday to mostly be in the 60s. At least 10, 12 degrees below the average. So it'll be kind of a cool night for high school football on Friday. But again, this isn't going to be much rain. Keep your expectations in check here. You might be lucky to see 1/10 or maybe 2/10 of an inch worth of rain during the second half of the day on Thursday. Higher amounts possible up towards Erie, Ashtabula, up towards Buffalo as well. But around our television viewing area in northeast Ohio, western Pennsylvania, a couple of tenths of an inch at most out of those Thursday raindrops. And if you're looking for some needed rain over the next week, you're not in luck. Now, it's a great forecast for anybody who has outdoor plans, including anyone heading to the fair Friday through Monday. But look at the rainfall modeling here over the next week, well under a half an inch all the way through Labor Day and through next Tuesday. I'm expecting this dry, mostly sunny weather to probably continue through Tuesday. Next week, though, by Wednesday, that might be our next chance for some rain. I mentioned on social media earlier on today, this topic of summer being over. My thoughts on the medium and longer range. I think there'll be another cold front that rolls through probably around the 5th of the month. It may knock our temperatures back for the first weekend of September. But I would expect mid-September, well, probably not hot necessarily. 90 doesn't seem likely to me during the month of September, now that we're within shouting distance of the start of the month. I would expect plenty of above-average temperatures right around mid-September, despite a pretty strong cold front, a couple of pretty strong cold fronts during the tail end of August, and maybe one more pretty decent cold front around the 5th day of September. Mid-September, to me, does not look particularly cool. In fact, it may be pretty warm for mid-September, maybe a little more like mid-August. But we will continue to do late September here in late August for the next couple or handful of days before temperatures start to warm as we head into the weekend. It's going to be a great weekend for the Canfield Fair, and anything else you might be doing outdoors, we'll keep you up to date on the short and medium range forecasts here on Weather for Weather Geeks. In the meantime, thanks for watching on this Tuesday evening, and I will see you back here on Wednesday.